What's up, everybody? Welcome back, Beyond the Gray Media. Josh here, checking in on you out there in YouTube land. You look great, whatever you're doing, keep it up. Today I'm doing something I've never done, which is one of the Rad Pack challenges. He says, choose 9 movies from this year, and the year is 1994. I got home from work and I laid out all my physical media. 9 movies from 1994 is insanely difficult. It's almost impossible for me. I think I had 25 that I was like, nope, these have to go on. There's no way I can get rid of one. Then I took that down from 25 to 15, pulling whatever hair I have left out, just stressed, and then I eventually chose 9. So yeah, 1994 was, I think I was probably 10. So, I was going to birthday parties. Some of these movies that came out, like, they were everywhere, especially the comedies, which I did not put on here. There's no Jim Carrey, and I apologize for that, because Dumb and Dumber, when I seen that at a birthday party, absolutely blew my mind. It changed my life. Dumb and Dumber and The Mask, Cameron Diaz, that movie's incredible. I love those 2 movies. So there's no comedies on here. These are these are mostly horror and some suspense and a little bit of drama. So bear with me, YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do down there. Let's get into it. So number 9, I watched all the time, like a rite of passage with all of my friends, eventually like stoner friends. This was in everybody's basement on all the time, talking about the lore, talking about what happened to poor Brandon Lee. The Crow. The Crow is a gem. It's an absolute 10. I love The Crow. It could easily be higher up on my list, but I got some bangers in here. So for me, number 9, The Crow from 94. Amazing soundtrack, amazing visuals, amazing performances. I absolutely love The Crow. Number 8 comes in with a bullet. This is an absolute masterpiece, one of the best zombie films. It's up there with City of the Living Dead, some of the visuals that they have. 1994 Cemetery Man. This is the new release from Severin. This movie is so disgusting. It's so awesome. It's so disturbing. Absolutely love it. Can't recommend it enough. This is a brand new release that just came out a little bit ago, and it's a 10. The colors, the sound, the gore. There's a lot of graphic nudity. This thing is mean and it rips. I love the story. Love Cemetery Man. Number 7, I might get some shit for this one, and I don't care. In 94, Brad Pitt had a hell of a year. There's another title on my list, but this one, it's a go-to movie whenever I'm sick or I want to watch like a feature film and I don't feel good and I just want to trip out for a couple hours. I put this on. Amazing cast. I love Westerns. It's one of my favorite movies. Legends of the Fall. I don't care what you say. This is an amazing movie. It's a perfect film for me. That timepiece, man, growing up, I watched this movie all the time. It's one of my favorite movies. I can't say enough about it. I love Legends of the Fall. Romance or not, 10. Dude, at number 6, I really struggled on which movie to put in here because I watched them both all the time, especially growing up. It's hard to even pick soundtracks between these 2 movies because they're both perfect. I can't. God, which one am I? I got them both here. They're both sitting here. I don't know which one to choose. I love Tom Hanks. I love Tarantino. I'm going Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction at number 6. This movie blew me away. This was a huge part of my childhood. I bought the soundtrack. I had the poster. I watched this movie on repeat. Everybody and their mom is in this movie. Sam Jackson, Bruce Willis, Christopher Walken, Tim Roth, Harvey Keitel, John Travolta, Amanda Plummer, Ving Rhames. Everything about this movie is a 10. It's a perfect film. It was one of the first movies that I'd ever seen where they kind of like tell the stories in chapters and they have a wraparound piece. It's absolutely incredible. I think it's untouchable. The other movie I was going to put in there was Forrest Gump. I absolutely love Forrest Gump. I watched it all the time as well. But for the sake of the argument, I think Pulp Fiction is a better film, and that's hard to say. Pulp Fiction, 10s for me. Returning to horror with number 5. This might be my second favorite John Carpenter movie. I just had a aneurysm trying to think if it was The Fog or The Thing. People be like, Halloween's not your favorite John Carpenter? No, it's not. It's not even close. I like other movies more than Halloween. For number 5 for me, this one was huge. I watched this all the time. I've already done a video about it. Means a lot to me. John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness, crushing number 5. It could be up there closer to 2 though. I really was struggling on where to put this one. I think it's an absolute 10. It's a banger. I've got a whole video on it. Go down there and find it. I love this movie. It changed my life. Don't watch this movie on any sort of hallucinogens, ever. You'll have a bad time. You're gonna have a bad time, okay? In the Mouth of Madness, Sam Neill. This movie is so scary. It's so good. It's underrated. I'm shoving it right at you. I'm obsessed with H.P. Lovecraft, so this was one of the first movies besides like Lurking Fear, the Dunwich Horror, and From Beyond. There's a few from Stuart Gordon, but I think this is my favorite Lovecraft kind of esque movie. In the Mouth of Madness rips. It's an absolute 10. You already know that. Put that. Why are you not watching In the Mouth of Madness? Go back through and watch it. That needs a 4K. Like yesterday. So number 4, we talked about Brad Pitt a little bit earlier. This is my favorite role that he does, besides maybe Tyler Durden. It's got Tom Cruise. It's based off the Anne Rice novel. My wife is from New Orleans, so anytime I watch, this is her favorite movie, which makes it one of my favorite movies. And I already loved it when I bought this on VHS from a swap meet up there in Mossy Rock, Washington, Packwood. I watched this tape endlessly. I wore it out. Had the Guns N' Roses little video on it, the little Anne Rice intro. We're talking about Interview with the Vampire Chronicles, one of the best books ever. I love Anne Rice. This movie changed my life. And then the book, I read it in high school all the time. I absolutely love all of those books. The costuming, the set designs, the period pieces, the way the vampires look. There's this kind of like suave, I mean, I guess people would say it's kind of a sexy movie. There's a lot of like close-up biting and a lot of cleavage. This movie is nasty. It is awesome. When Tom Cruise is just dancing with that old lady, the dead lady, and then the bodies are falling out of the beds. It's got Kirsten Dunst before Spider-Man. This movie is awesome. It's incredible. I hope you go watch it. Number 4, With the Bullet, Interview with the fucking Vampire. So we're into the top 3 now, and this movie is one of my favorite Stephen King stories ever. And it's not horror related, but the shit that happens in the movie is definitely horrifying. It's tragic, it's dramatic, it's everything. It's from the book Different Seasons by Stephen King, which has got like Apt Pupil in the body, I think. Which is, you know, Apt Pupil's amazing. So is Stand By Me in the body. Rita Hayworth in The Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank, I probably watch it every other month. I have it memorized. I used to fall asleep to it as a kid. I watched it all the time. One of my best friends he didn't get to watch a lot of movies, but this was one that his parents let him watch, and so we would watch this on a loop every time I go to his house. I love The Shawshank Redemption. It's just an amazing movie. I don't care who you are. It should be in the top 100 movies of all time. Like when you look at the Rotten Tomato meter, it's always up there in the countdown because it's that good. The Shawshank Redemption, the story is frightening. Andy Dufresne, the cast of characters, Red. I love everybody. I love Brooksy. It's tragic, the story, and then there's the redemption at the end, right? Like when he gets to actually go down to Mexico and get his boat. I love everything about this movie. I'm transfixed. Every time I watch it, I'm just transported in time. I get to actually go and be in the prison, and I shudder. Everything about this movie, man. I absolutely love it. It's a 10. It's got the dude from Pet Sematary 2. It's, you know, he's also, what is he in? Highlander or whatever. This movie is a 10 all day long. Shawshank Redemption, can't recommend it enough. You've probably already seen it, so that's why it's number 3. You already know. Oh man, we're down to number 2, and I'm really struggling. I keep flip-flopping these 2 movies. This is one of me and my wife's favorite movies. We probably have like a top 3. True Romance, Interview with the Vampire, and then this one we have like quotes on the wall from, and I'm struggling not to put it at number 1, so I apologize if it's not there. I know a lot of people, I don't know, I'm just gonna, this is my favorite Oliver Stone movie. It's my favorite Woody Harrelson movie. It's got Robert Downey Jr., Tommy Lee Jones. The way this movie is filmed, incredible. Natural Born Killers is in my top 10 movies of all time. I absolutely adore this movie. I love it so much. I can quote it. This was a version I've had for a long time. The VHS, the double tape, right, that opens up. How sick is that thing? This thing is super cool. Natural Born Killers, it's not for everyone. There's a lot of sexual assault. There's a lot of like, they hinted a lot of bad things that happen to people when they grow up. There's a lot of serial killer, kind of, and then glorifying the media. A lot of Charles Manson. It's just amazing. It's in my top 5 soundtracks too. Natural Born Killers is so damn quotable. It's so damn good. Guerrilla filmmaking. The screenplay's by, Quentin Tarantino, so you know that it's already got this amazing dialogue and this cast of characters. Tom Sizemore, Tommy Lee Jones, Rodney Dangerfield. 10s, baby. 10s all day. It's fucked up to have like this be one of your favorite movies with your wife, which means she's as cool as I am. Just kidding. She is, though. I'm not that cool. Natural Born Killers is so cool. It's so fucking cool. It's so 90s. It's so 94. This version from Shout Factory, I wish it had reversible cover art, but that's okay. I got this badass VHS. I got a couple of DVDs because I wear them out. Natural Born Killers, one of my favorite movies of all time. Go watch that movie. It fucking rules, baby. So my number one movie, if it's not Natural Born Killers, it's a movie that got the best press from a loved one. I was spending the night at my grandparents' house, and my mom came to pick me up, and she'd just gone to see this movie in the theater. And my mom's awesome. She likes a little bit of scares, but she said, you are absolutely forbidden from watching this movie. It's too scary. I don't ever want you to see it. I think I'm scarred for life. There's bats, there's werewolves, there's ships, there's mice. It's disgusting. There's green orbs. I hate this movie. You'll never get to watch it. What happened? Best PR ever. This is my favorite Francis Ford Coppola film. Well, maybe Apocalypse Now. Anyway, this is Bram Stoker's Dracula. What can we say about Dracula? I could talk for 3 fucking hours about Dracula. I've got that really awesome version where he's kind of like the werewolf, and he's got the lady out there in the courtyard. I absolutely love this movie. I would have people over and we would watch this all the time. We'd have parties after my band would play. And the title sequence is scary. The way the sound is, if you've got that DVD, you know what I'm talking about. The intro cards were horrifying. Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Keanu Reeves, Anthony Hopkins. Isn't Tom Waits, isn't he Renfield? This movie is absolutely incredible. It's 10s. It's gold tier. It's above that. It's godlike. You can't top it for me as far as Dracula films go. It's my it's my favorite version. Maybe I need to make a video just on Dracula. I would love to do that. I love every version of him traveling on the ship, on the Renfield, getting there to deal with Jonathan Harker. When he is the old Dracula in the castle, and he's licking the razor blade. The cinematography, I took this class, technical theater, because I really wanted to be an actor when I was growing up. I was obsessed with films even back then. And we studied, my teacher, shout out John Remington, we studied Dracula. He let us 16-year-old kids watch Dracula, nudity and everything, to study Francis Ford Coppola's and the way that he constructed things, the way that he had the set pieces going, the shadows, the capes, the costuming. Everything about this movie. Lucy's incredible. God, this movie is so horrifying. It's so good. It's so damn good. It means a lot to me. It's charming. It's one of my favorite movies. I watch it all the time. Dolby Atmos. This is the Steelbook from, who put this out? Sony? Look at this Steelbook. Absolutely incredible. True love never dies. Tragic character. I absolutely worship this movie. I could talk about it all fucking day. That's my Rad 9. I hope you guys had a good time. This was actually pretty fun. I didn't have to think that much. It was really hard to choose some of these movies, so can't wait to see you guys again soon. Tomorrow is July 4th, and we were talking about Jaws, baby. We're talking about Jaws all day tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, cheers.